Start the recording. Okay. And Andrea is going to be doing the series today. Andrea, do you want to go ahead and get us started?
Sure. Hello, 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 and welcome everyone on this wonderful Michigan nationally many states, I'm assuming, are here present today. And welcome. Happy to be here again, talking to each and every one of you. And I see a lot of really cool, familiar faces. So let's see here. I don't know, Danielle, if you want to go over the mission and strategy, or if we feel like we already kind of know that because we've been meeting regularly. If there's anyone new on the call, or I could just leave it up for a couple minutes and have them read through it.
Yeah, so our mission and strategy, our mission is the front line of our community, helping individuals and families and groups to navigate complex and overcome barriers. Do we have anybody new that this is their first time attending the call today? I don't want to call anybody out. And then our awareness and network and outreach. And Andrea, you can go ahead to the next slide. Our vision is to grow a national community of health workers for community health workers, along with awareness, and build allies and advocates that celebrate community health workers to create visibility for their contributions. So we are a network of community health workers for community health workers. Andrea, go ahead and change the slide.
So thank you for that, Danielle. Really appreciate that. I think it's important to recognize and understand, as far as the Rural Community Health Worker Network, that we are a national network, and we are of CHWs, by CHWs, for CHWs, and all things to support and advocate for CHWs. I think that's very important because there's not a group out there that I'm aware of at this point that exists that is really geared solely around only CHWs. So I feel very blessed to be a part of it. And today I am going to be your guest speaker, and we are going to talk about how do we motivate and stay motivated, and how do we do that by applying the proper self-care concepts. So we're going to go a little bit more into that as we go on through the presentation today. One of the things that I'd like you to work on or think about after the presentation is over today, and to continue to think about this on a daily or regular basis, is name 3 ways that you will get motivated and stay motivated. Because I think it's really easy, especially during rainy days like this, or gray skies, or cold weather, or different things in life that we come across. We can easily lose motivation and not stay motivated. And I believe that motivation is really important for us, not only personally or professionally, but personally as well. And of course, if you need any technical assistance, you can contact Rebecca Albaugh, Rebecca Albaugh. There's her email, and then the phone number that's associated with that as well. So first, I would like to welcome each and every one of you. I believe everyone knows me, but for those of you that don't, my name is Andrea Crosser Burton. I work for Everyday Life Consulting as the VP of Training and Master CHW. I train the National Core Competency Curriculum. I've trained several CHWs, and I've also spoke nationally on many of the topics that CHWs address as well. And I have been a part of the Rural Community Health Worker Network since its creation, back about 4 years ago, I believe. Absolutely love the work that they're doing, and I'm happy to be a part of them. Now, I would like to start with Danielle, just do a quick brief introduction, and go around the room, and then we're going to do our icebreaker is going to be this way. You guys can be prepared when it gets to you. What is your weekly theme this week? What kind of a theme would you place on your week this week? So Danielle, if you wouldn't
Thank you,
mind.
Andrea. I'll kick that off. My name is Danielle Hickson. I'm the new Deputy Director for the Rural Community Health Worker Network. I am a working community health worker and have been for the last 8 years, and just love what I do. And I'm so excited to be a part of this network to help grow community health work across the nation. And my theme for this week is spring break focused. At the end of this week, my kids are on spring break, and for the first time ever, I'm taking the majority of the week off, and we're going to be doing some fun activities, kind of local. We're not going anywhere, but we are doing the local water park and children's museum and stuff like that. So spring break is on my mind.
I love that. Spring break themed week. Woohoo! Hard to stay focused, right?
Hi.
Hi. All right.
I tried to join in on the computer, but for the life of me, it says that it doesn't accept guests.
Well, I apologize for that, and we can look into that. But I'm glad you're here. And what is your name, please?
Shelley Long.
Oh, okay, great. Nice to have you.
Thank you.
You're welcome. So right now we're doing a welcome. So we're doing a brief introduction, and our icebreaker for the time is what theme are you giving your week this week? What is your weekly theme? So Lisa Duncan, would you mind going next, please?
No, I can. Hello, everyone. My name is Lisa Duncan. I completed this National CHW course through Andrea, and I would not miss this for anything. She's amazing. I work for Michigan Works and Catholic Human Services as a life coach, and my theme this week is self-care. I decided to really start taking care of myself and going for walks. We do have a sportsplex. They have an indoor track here where I work. And so I've been motivating myself to go daily, whether it's 30 minutes or 40 minutes. So that's my theme this week. Nice to be here.
Yeah, that's awesome. So a very healthy weekly theme. I like that. I will ask Rebecca DeFinta to go, please. Next.
Hi, I'm Rebecca DeFinta. I'm with Calhoun County Senior Services. I took the CHW course last June, July. It was sometime in the summer. My theme for the week is tying up loose ends, because I have several people that I've been working with. I'm trying to get them all situated, and it hasn't been. It's been a long process. So that's what I'm trying to do. Is my goal is by the end of the week to have them all straightened out and all of their needs taken care of to the best of my ability.
That's awesome. That's another great weekly theme. I like that. Alazar, would you please go next? You're muted.
Someday I'll remember to check that before I start flapping my yap, but it ain't going to be today, apparently. Hi, everyone. My name is Alazar Krollman. I'm a community health worker. I work for UP Health System, Marquette, and Bell. We operate a couple of hospitals in Marquette, Michigan, Marquette County, Michigan, and family medicine clinics as well. My theme for the week is gratitude. I am actually celebrating, or I'm not really celebrating yet, but I'm recognizing 19 years of continuous sobriety today. I got sober March 23rd, 2003. So I've been thinking a lot about that, gift and about the things that I've learned along the way, and all of the support and help and encouragement that I've received from people along the way. I definitely could not have done this alone, not possible. So yeah, gratitude. I had an unexpected car issue yesterday that cost me about a paycheck. And I remember initially just thinking, I'm grateful that I have the money to pay it. And, I'm not, you know, struggling to figure out, shucking and jiving to figure out how to get that fixed, and, having to walk to work in this weather. It's snowing up here today. It's awful. Um, so yeah, gratitude. I'm grateful to be a part of this group, and looking forward to being more involved. I accepted an invitation from Shannon to join the board of directors. So I'm excited to be learning more about the RCHWN and the members, and how it can support us. Thanks.
That is awesome news. I love that. That is fabulous. And congratulations on your sobriety anniversary today. That's fabulous as well. So I think that theme is a wonderful theme.
Thank you.
Yeah. Marcy, would you go next, please?
Yeah. Hi, I'm Marcy Colhagen, and I work in Saginaw as a community health worker for Covenant Hospital / Saginaw County Community Mental Health. And I am grateful to be here. It's been a tough couple of weeks. I have a coworker, Andrea, that is in the hospital. So say some prayers for her. And just getting through the rest of this week.
Awesome. Thank you for sharing. Amber, would you go next, please?
Morning. So my name is Amber. I'm a community health worker with Walmart Health. So my focus this week is actually tomorrow will be the 1-year anniversary of my youngest son's murder. So I have I've been going through a lot of court. So really my motivation this week is to stay focused and keep just keep pushing forward. That's all.
Building that resiliency. What a wonderful, I think that's a great theme, because that actually just reinforces what we help our community members do. So thank you for sharing that, Amber. Jenny.
Hi, I'm Jenny, and I work with RCHWN as a community health worker. And for me, since starting it warmer, mine's like spring cleaning and organization. I think I want to get kind of like on top of things and get ahead of the game. So like with meal prepping and all that stuff, I think that'll kind of open up more time to have free time to do other things. So that's kind of where my week's been going so far.
Wonderful. Focus and organize. I like that. Let's see. Andrea Feathers, would you go next, please?
I'm Andrea Feathers, and I work for Michigan Works and Catholic Human Services as a life coach. And I just graduated from the CHW class with Andrea. She was awesome. I'm not just saying that because we have the same name. And my focus this week is puppies. We got a new puppy. So, yeah.
All things fun. All things fun. Puppy
Mhm.
breath, puppy kisses,
Puppy biting.
puppy piddles,
Yeah.
just all the things. Puppy playing. Love it.
Yep.
Let's see. Shelley Long, would you go next, please?
Okay, hi, I'm Shelley. I'm really new at CHW work. I'm with Mind Michigan. I guess my thing for the week, really for the month, is just learning. I'm just learning more and more since I've only been at this a couple months.
Yeah, I like that. Learning, expanding your knowledge. That's great. Sheila, or Sheila. Sheila? Is it the other one on the phone? Sylvia. Sorry, Sylvia.
Hi, Andrea. Long
Hi,
time
honey.
no see.
Yeah.
Yeah, my thing is leadership because there's so many people struggling at work with coming into work and not being able to do their job. So leadership, because if one person can change the mood of the environment, then it makes it worth seeing people will be able to get along, communicate, and do what we got to do to provide for our patients. And I've been a
Oh,
community health worker for 6 years, and thank you to Andrea also.
yeah. And how are things going in your neck of the woods? Good?
Not too bad. I changed companies. I work for Hamilton now, so you know, I stay pretty busy with the patients, and I love
Good.
it.
Good. I'm so glad.
Yes.
And thank you for joining us so far, all of you today. Clifford, I'll have you go next, please.
Hello.
Hello.
So yeah, Clifford Simpson, community health worker, Light Care Health Center, federally qualified health center. Uh, Grateful to be here. My theme is just staying with the process and staying open-minded, and not necessarily working on anything per se. I mean, doing what I have to do, being responsible. But I say that because when I'm working on things a lot for me, sometimes I can be in the way. So today and this week and this month, actually, I've been allowing things to work on me. You know,
Ooh,
letting this organization work on me. Letting the universe work on me. As the gentleman mentioned, letting recovery work on me. Letting things work on me instead of me always working on something. So that's kind of my mindset for today.
that's a wonderful theme as well. I appreciate you for sharing. Kate Turner.
Hi, my name is Kate Turner. I work for Calhoun County Senior Services along with Rebecca DeFinta. My theme for this week is change. My husband and I are puppy raisers for Leader Dogs for the Blind, and last year we raised our first puppy, Geo. Brought her back to puppy college in January, and Thursday we got the phone call that she didn't make it. So we have adopted her to be our pet, which is bittersweet. Obviously, we really wanted her to make it and go on to do this great thing, but we're also glad to have her back. So just adapting to that new routine of, okay, when the alarm goes off at 6, there's no hitting snooze anymore. We're really getting out of bed. And we've also bought a new washer this last week and a new car. So this week is change, and I'm hoping next week is chill out.
Change to chill. I like that. That's great. Sarah Cheek.
Hello, my name is Sarah Cheek, and I work at the Disability Network in Genesee County, Michigan. I am an NFT person here, so we transition the people from our consumers from the nursing facility back to the community. I have a couple of things this week. I have training because we just hired somebody new, so I've got to get her top notch. And speaking of that, I think she'll be taking your class soon, Andrea, so we'll have to get her set up with you guys. And then my other theme is vacation. I leave on Friday for vacation, so I'm looking forward to a nice sunny beach days compared to this rain and gloom that we got going on up here.
Gotcha. And I think it looks like we can bring it home with Wendy.
I'm Wendy Bailey. I'm a community health worker for a rural FQHC in Linton, Indiana. My theme this week has been self-care, doing the things that I love to do, whether it's been my weighted hula hoop workout, or just putting stuff on my Jeep or spending time with my kids since they're home on spring break this week. Not much to do with all the rain down here in Indiana, but that's been what I've been trying to do this week, just decompress.
So what I want you to do now is I want you to take a moment and think about all of the statements that you heard from everyone who did their introduction and named their weekly theme. How many of them were motivating or inspiring to you?
Quite a few.
Right? Yeah, there was at least one or two where I was like, oh, wow, that's fabulous. It was a positive message to me. It was something that could potentially be a motivator for me, right? So how do we as CHWs get motivated, stay motivated, and help motivate others? Well, we're going to talk about that. So today, what our with our agenda specifically, where you see the items here listed on the slide, we are going to talk about why do CHWs need to know their motivational bucket list. Okay, and we're going to create those. Ways to get motivated, stay motivated, and again, how to encourage others to get motivated and stay motivated as well. Because as CHWs, right, that's part of our job. We're always working with our community and working with folks, and we're setting goals with them, and we're doing things with them to help them build that sufficient self-sufficiency. But we need them to keep that motivation momentum going, right? So they can be successful at that long term. So, what is motivation? Now, according to the dictionary, there's two different definitions. Motivation is defined as the reason or reasons one has for acting or behaving in a particular way. And the second is the general desire or willingness of someone to do something. Okay, those are the ways that it's defined by two motivation definitions. So, what are your reasons? What are your reasons that you like to become motivated or stay motivated, or even that you, how do you get motivated? What are your reasons? Anybody want to share an example?
Andrea, this is Sylvia. I
Mm-hmm.
stay motivated and get motivated because I see a lot of patients struggling in their life, and it's like they are stuck in a place, and um, I just don't like to see that. And so I try to get them motivated, like you said earlier. How do we stay motivated for them? And to me, it's like let them see how you are motivated to help them so they can help themselves.
Yeah, so understanding that you feel motivated by helping or by feeling empowered when others see you as a motivator,
Yes,
kind of seeing you as a mentor, if you will, or someone that's invested in the client or patient's situation, right, to help get them motivated.
right.
Um, what about, do you have a desire or willingness to be motivated or to become motivated or stay motivated?
That varies for me. Um, Sometimes I'm on fire for something, or really, really excited about a particular thing that's going on, or something that's coming up, or a change that I'm, making or taking some steps towards. And then sometimes I'm uh, lazy and I just don't wanna, even though I know I should and I know I can. I sometimes just, throw up my hands and say, I don't want to do it. I don't want to do it today or this week or whatever. Um, so, but then I try to remind myself that, I cannot pour from an empty cup. And in my line of work, um, it's important to keep that in mind and to try to keep my cup full so that I can, pour from it and hopefully inspire others, um, to find motivation within themselves to do whatever it is that they want and need to do to move towards wellness, whatever that looks like for them.
So what I heard you say, Elazar, is positive self-talk, and that is can be hard to do, but so important, and that's part of our self-care as well. So even having that positive self-talk to encourage yourself to say, "Hey, oh, Elazar, can't pour from an empty cup, and you still have 3 days of work left plus X, Y, and Z this week, or what have you." So that's awesome because you're recognizing it. You're applying those positive strategies of self-care and motivation in your own life and the way that you think. What about, how do you define motivation? Or do you define motivation differently than, say, the two definitions? But how do you yourself define motivation? I define it as like energy, excitement, the willingness, like when a chore doesn't seem so task based, it seems more fun, right? You don't mind doing that type of thing. So like for instance, Jenny, she's motivated and excited at the fact that she's able to like open her windows here and there and like do some spring cleaning and some purging some, unwanted items out of the home or whatever, and feel organized in the new season as it changes, right? So it also can help be inspiring to her children just by that vibe she's putting off with that excitement and energy that she's exuding here, right? It could be because she's what is that called? I write myself sticky notes to stay motivated. That's a very good one. Sticky notes, positive affirmations, giving yourself thankfulness. So I'm going to show a video because and I might have to actually, hold on a second, share my computer sound. I want to show a video because this video, and then we're going to discuss it here.
This is Lumen, the first device for hacking your metabolism. With just one breath, Lumen tells you.
How do I know? A lot of people, when they think of the phrase, how do I know, they always want to put the what behind it. How do I know what I'm supposed to do? The question that you really should ask is, how do I know why I'm here? Because when you know your why, your what becomes more clear and more impactful. If you know, like for instance, people know that I do comedy, but that's what I do. My why is to inspire people to walk in purpose. So I can do comedy, I can write books, I can be in a movie, because all of it is motivated by my why. In fact, I have a new web series out called Michael Jr. Break Time. We probably just did the 6th episode. It's on YouTube. So every single Wednesday at 3 o'clock, we drop a new episode on YouTube of Michael Jr. Break Time. What it is it's me. I travel around the country and I do stand-up comedy, in case you didn't know. And in the middle of my comedy set sometime, I'll stop and just talk to my audience. And we've been filming this, and it's pretty cool. So we're in Winston-Salem. I'm gonna show you a clip from Winston-Salem. And I'm just talking to this guy in the audience, and he tells me that he's a musical instructor at a school. So I was like, all right, you're a musical instructor, can you sing? Let me hear you sing a song. So this is what happened at the last episode of Michael Jr.'s Break Time. Check it. So you're a musical director. Cool.
Yes, sir.
All right, so let me get a couple bars of like Amazing Grace. Can you do the first part of that? Go ahead.
Amazing grace, how sweet the sound that saved a wretch like me.
Wow. That bro could sing. You know what I'm saying? All right. Now, what you give me the version is if your uncle just got out of jail, you got shot in the back when you was a kid. I'm just saying, let me see the hood version real quick, if you know which version I'm talking about. Just see if that exists. Let me see what you got.
Amazing grace, how sweet the sound that saved a wretch like me. Right now I'm found, was blind, but now I see.
Let's go. Now. Okay.
So let's talk about that for a second. He was asked to do something, right? So, and maybe he didn't know why. Maybe he didn't even know what motivated him to, right? Why he was motivated. The gentleman was motivated. So he sang it and he sang it beautiful. But when he was asked with specifics to then help motivate the way that he sang the song, do you see the differences there? Did you see that? And there was vast differences, right? So he was motivated maybe at the beginning, but he wasn't quite lifted in motivation. And the second time he was fully lifted into motivation and you could see the change. And that's essentially how motivation really does affect us. So if we're motivated by X, Y, or Z that doesn't really inspire us, we're going to sing the first way. Lisa, do you have a question or comment?
No, I apologize. That was an accident.
That's okay. But when we are inspired and know our motivation and how and why we're going to get there, right? We tend to emphasize and put more effort into it, and we're more excited to do it, right? So I wanted to show you that video because I think it's really important it was an important way to reinforce that motivation piece. So I want to take a look here at the 3 motivation types. These are the 3 main motivation types. Now there are other types as well, but these are the 3 main ones that I want to talk about. So first we're going to talk about the intrinsic. And this is doing an activity to attain or avoid a separate outcome. Chances are many of the things you do each day are extrinsically motivated. Exercising to lose weight, right? That's the example of that. Okay. And then number 2, the intrinsic, which is an internal drive for success or sense of purpose. So this is more of that internal satisfaction. That's what motivates me. I'm motivated by the way that I feel internally, the warm fuzzies, right? That I get from that. And third most, not most important, but most relevant is family, which is motivated by the desire to provide for your loved ones. So motivated by or because of family, right? I'm going to work really hard to get a good paycheck so I can feed my kids. That's motivation. So understanding the 3 main types of motivation and understand how that influences us as an individual and how that influences the way that we're motivated and the items that we're motivated by, we can then create our motivation bucket list and recognize what that looks like. So we can apply strategies much like Alizar talked about previous to the video. Lisa.
Yeah, I just want to add with number 3 about family. I know sometimes I need some encouragement and a little push. Like when there's things I want to do for myself personally, I lack motivation, even though the desire is there. I just get really lackadaisia and tired. But then I get my husband behind me and he really starts to motivate me and gives me, some tools of, think of the outcome and how this will make you feel and things like that. So I agree. I think being motivated by family and receiving that support really does help.
Yeah, and having those motivational pushes. And we can do that we do that to our clients, right? We can relate that to the way that we motivate our clients. We can also do that in the way that we motivate our children or a coworker or a loved one or friends or whomever. But also how we're motivated by others as well. And that's important to take a look at and to recognize also. So this is just a really nice description of or a picture of visual of motivation. Is it that we like the power? We like the development. We like the incentives. We're motivated by challenge. We're motivated by goal-oriented. We're goal-oriented individuals. When we meet those goals, like we're motivated to reach those goals. When we get there, let's take on the next task, right? What about motivated by support of other individuals? And of course, determination and of course, opportunity. So again, really understanding to be able to disseminate what motivates you. especially in a world where we are working in and around others, where there's lots of disparity, there's lots of negative issues or situations, and we have to stay motivated and positive to be able to help them and help them meet and reach their best potentials. So my motivation bucket list are things that motivate me are music. I love podcasts, positive stories. I loved being, I like being challenged. So someone that throws a challenge out there motivates me to want to, you know, compete in that challenge or complete that challenge. So strong women motivate me. I'm motivated by other strong women. Or I could even say like strong CHWs in general. I love motivational quotes. I have quotes everywhere because they serve as a friendly reminder to stay focused on the end game or stay focused on and stay motivated on what I'm doing or on those tasks at hand or on days where I do feel tired or feel like I'm overwhelmed and inundated with stress and I just don't want to go any further. I find these things to motivate me. Family, of course, motivates me. Um, both motivator and me motivating myself for them, right? For positive outcomes and relationships. And then, of course, satisfaction of the tasks that I've accomplished. So I want you to think about and even encourage you to write down even just a motivation bucket list. What motivates you as an individual? Is it advocating for the hopeless? Is it being a voice for the individuals in your community and the clients and patients that you serve so that they can have better outcomes than what they've currently had or are potentially would have? Is it similar to Amber? And I hope it's okay, Amber, that I draw attention to you for a moment. But is it being the strong mother that can help support other mothers who've went through the similar things that she's got, right? Amazon. Could you explain that?
Sorry, I was
Oh,
answering the chat.
Oh, I apologize. I thought
That's
Amazon was
okay.
a motivator. I thought, does Amazon have a new app? That's awesome.
No, shopping is a motivator though.
I concur about that. We frequently get boxes and my husband's like, what? Anyway, please create a motivation bucket list. Very important. We create bucket lists about things that we want to accomplish or fun things we want to do or areas we want to visit or what have you. It's important to create that motivation bucket list as well. And I would recommend putting the list up on your, you know, pegboard in your office or what have you, and frequently look at that and make that as or keep that as a friendly reminder to keep you motivated and to help you stay motivated. So here are some motivational strategies. And I've only listed 6 of the main motivational strategies. There are a few more as well, but I like to review your bucket list, continue to set goals for yourself and achieve those goals because you build confidence within yourself, keep the momentum up, uh, and that is going to look different for everyone by keeping up that momentum. But again, I encourage you to find those things that motivate you, help you keep that momentum, whether it be music or what have you, and utilize those strategies regularly. Find a mentor or inspiring person. I think that's important. Someone that you can relate to and talk to and speak to about things, and someone that can help lift you up and compliment you and recognize the things that you're doing, right? Help motivate you. Surround yourself with positive and optimistic people. And then, of course, find those enjoyable activities that you like and keep doing those. I think we can sometimes get into a rut, especially as CHWs, when we're working with a lot of our community members or clients that have those social determinants of health. There's these other factors that play a role. Sometimes that can like snuff out our motivation flame, our motivational flame. And I think it's important to make sure that we align ourselves effectively so we can keep building each other up. And this group is a way that's a really good place to be a part of as well. So how do you suppose you motivate others? What are some, does anyone have any idea, or what are some ways that you're currently motivating others? I know, I can say for Danielle, I know that we have a group chat for all of the staff that work for the RCHWN. And I know that she does like a morning, hey, how's it going? You know, everybody have a great day. This is what's happening, blah, blah, blah. And regular check-ins just to keep the team abreast of what's happening, or just to kind of say, hey, what's going on? I recognize you. And oh, do you need a break? Are you feeling a little overwhelmed today? Do you need a 5-minute break? That kind of thing. So it's like even just it's a little chat to the team first thing in the morning, just to kind of keep abreast of that, and to recognize us, right? Recognize the folks, because I think even having that little bit of recognition and that understanding is a motivator for a lot of people as well. So how do you motivate others?
You know, Andrea, I was thinking as you were talking, and I reading through the chats. I like all these wonderful ideas. I think like with your coworkers, just sending them like a quick email or text, you know, just letting them know that they're doing a great job, keep it up. They're a great asset. They're important in your community. And then like with some clients, I just do a quick call, and if they don't answer, I leave a voice message just saying, hey, I'm here. If you need me, have a great day. You're doing a great job. Keep it up. Keep going. Just things like that.
Yeah, and I love Amber's comment says creating a vision board. I actually have created like vision boards, and it's hilarious because if you could see like say from the road into my office window, people would be like, whoa, because it's like bright fluorescent boards that are all over my wall that are like, you got this, you can do this, da, 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 da. And it's funny because you know I even did it through college because I had to stay structured and focused during college, because it was very easy for me to like shove the motivation aside. And I like the morning huddles. What's new? What's good? What's bad? What do we need to address? Let's get this out on the table. Let's everybody's doing a great job. It's those types of things that we all as humans need to have and experience to keep that motivation going, whether it be professionally or personally.
Right.
So, excuse me. When we are motivating others, or we want to motivate others, we simply need to ask them what motivates them. What do they need? Get their feedback, keep them at the center of it, so we can do things with intention. Involve them, of course, trust them to take what we say and to use those strategies to continue to stay motivated, right? Give them that power of trust. Inspire them. Challenge them, right? I challenge you because maybe someone is, they like the challenges of something to stay motivated or focused on going in the more positive, motivated kind of direction. Set goals with them, recognize them, and celebrate the wins, even if they're small. Celebrate people, celebrate yourselves. Encourage yourselves to continue. Say thank you. Thank you for getting up today. I know you suffer from depression. It really means a lot that you're on time to work today. Just tell yourself thank you, or even celebrate the small wins for yourself as well as others. And now I love, love, love quotes, so I added some in here. And these are two of my favorite motivational quotes that inspire me specifically, although I have a book of them. But stay away from those people who try to disparage your ambitions. Small minds will always do that, but great minds will give you a feeling that you can become great too. Mark Twain. Don't let yesterday take up too much of today. Will Rogers. So I believe that if we continue to carry on or drag, right? Picture yourself dragging a bag, and every time something negative comes about, or something from yesterday, the bag eventually gets overfilled, overwhelmed, and really heavy to drag along behind you, right? And it can be something that's a demotivating factor. So we want to pay attention to that as well. Thank you, Sylvia. Now, self-care 15-minute challenge, because self-care is huge for us to stay motivated. And I really want to encourage you, and hopefully you guys can see this, but I'll read it over. This is something I really want you guys to practice, and I'm going to encourage you to practice it for at least a week and see how you feel after a week. So what you do is in the morning when you get up, you don't spend much time. Maybe you do a little bit in the morning, maybe grab a quick cup of coffee, what have you, and then sit down before you look at your phone, before you turn on the news, before you do anything else, and open up a notepad and start a timer for 15 minutes. And in that 15-minute time frame, first thing in the morning, write down every random thought, every word, anything. It doesn't even have to have rhyme nor reason. As soon as that timer goes off after 15 minutes, don't read it or think about it again. Close the notebook, set it aside, and walk away from it. You're taking all of those things that are positive, negative, and anything else in between, all those thoughts that are keeping your mind full, and getting rid of them. And then you go throughout your day. Now, 12 hours later, so if you do it at 7 a.m. in the morning, I want you to return to this at 7 p.m. at night. I want you to set your timer for 15 minutes, open your book, do the same exact thing. I hate so-and-so. I can't believe I had to call so-and-so. I mean, anything and everything that you can think of. Get it off your mind, out of your mind, and on the paper.
I like that.
At
I
the
do.
end of the 15 minutes, close the book, set it aside, and never return to it. The following morning, you don't even read through the other 2 entries. You just simply do that for a whole entire week. 15 minutes in the morning, 12 hours later, 15 minutes, random thoughts, no rhyme, no reason. If you're in the middle of a sentence when the timer goes off, don't complete the sentence, just close your book. You're gonna start to see where those cobwebs and that full those racing thoughts and those thoughts that are filling up the space in your brain and in your mind that are keeping you from being motivated or keeping you from being moving in a positive direction and even continuing the self-care. That's going to help you get rid of all of that and become more mindful, so you're more at peace. You have the space and the capacity to then do and apply some more positive self-care concepts. Okay, so I encourage you to do the 15-minute challenge. Try for a week and then readdress it and see if it's working and how much more positive you feel, or what kind of things that it's done for you by doing the 15-minute self-care activity. Now, we've got 10 minutes left. I would like to open it up to group sharing, and I'd really like to find out how do others motivate you, or how do you need to be motivated? What can we do to help you provide self-care? Or do you need other strategies or tools or tips and tricks that any of us can, maybe share with each other that have you worked for us in the past that others might want to try?